Hey guys, it's your guy Abraza Kotokiti. Today we're looking at frequency distribution. Now frequency distribution is represented either in graphical or a tabular format. It shows or displays the number of occurrence of observation within a given interval. Now guys, this is the data set that we'll be working with in this tutorial. It's a data set of an iPhone cases that were sold to an iPhone case seller. Now we're going to design a frequency table for this particular data set and also produce a graphical representation of the frequency table. Now guys, before you are able to design a frequency table, you need to know the maximum and the minimum limits in your data set. So now to find the upper limit in this data set, putting into consideration the order value column, we use the max function. Then we select our data sets, then close the bracket and hit enter. So now we are able to find the maximum value in order value column, which will serve as our upper limit. Now to find the minimum order, we use the min function, then copy it, close the bracket and hit enter. So now this shows the minimum value. Now we are able to know the maximum value, and at the same time we are able to know the minimum value, which will serve as our upper limit and lower limit respectively. Now since our data is between the range of 18,000 naira to 249,000, and then we can decide to create our limit to be from 0 to 250,000, so that we'll be able to capture all other value in this data sets. Now we can decide to create about 5 interval. Now the 5 interval, if you multiply 5 times if you divide 5 by 250,000, you will now see that you have 50,000 naira. So now we're going to have interval of 50,000 naira. That is, we're going to record an observation at interval of 50,000 naira. So now we have 100,000 naira here, then we have 150,000 naira, then we have 200,000. Since our observation is at interval of 50,000, we have 250,000. Now to find the number of order value that appears between the interval of 0 to 50,000 naira, we use the frequency function. So now to do that, we first of all highlight the frequency column, then you press equal to, then you write frequency. After writing frequency, then it says you should highlight the data array. Now the data array is the order value that we are looking into. Select the order, then you anchor it. After anchoring it, then you place comma, then you select, it asks for bin array, which is our interval. Then you select your interval, then you close the bracket, then Control Shift enter. So now it's telling us that the number of order value that appears between 0 to 50,000 is 4. Then the one that appears between 50 to 100,000 is 10, and so forth. So now this is a frequency distribution table. Now for us to have a graphical representation of this, we simply go to our data tab. If you go to our data tab, then you go to data analysis. Let's assume we want to generate a histogram for this particular data set. Then you click on histogram, then OK. Then it asks for in fact, in short, it has selected the order value as the input range, then the bin range. The bin range is this. Select our bin range. Now the output range. So now the output range is where we want the data to be. Let's assume we want it to be here, the graph to be. Let's assume we want it to be here. We click OK. Then we click OK. So now this is in fact, it repeats the frequency table for us here, and this is the graphical representation of it. This is a graphical representation of this frequency table. So we can decide to, if you don't like the way the chart is looking, if you want the data label to appear on the chart, you can at the same time come here, then find a particular chart that has a data label on it, then you can reformat it to suit your need. So now, thank you very much and hope to see you next time. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.